everyone, Vicki Peters with United Country Lifestyle Properties of Maine. Today I am going to give you a tour of this stunning property located at 282 Route 2 in Macwahoc Plantation. Come along and follow me and I'll show you what this home has to offer. So from outside, we're going to first enter the 3-car garage. The dimensions of this garage is roughly 28 by 40. And you do have the automatic door openers here. It is insulated and it also has the propane heaters as well. Now we'll go ahead and go into the kitchen. So we are now entering the kitchen from the 3-car garage. It's nice to have the attached garage because you can park your car out there in the wintertime, keep it out of the snow, the elements, and it's easy to lug your groceries then from the garage to directly into the kitchen. So we do have the spacious kitchen, and you do have the huge island in the middle with lots of cupboard space over on this side. And you also have it on this side as well. You do have the refrigerator here, and this is a gas cooking stove with the microwave above. You do have the cast iron kitchen sink, the farmer's sink, a dishwasher here. It looks like these countertops are quartz. And then you have the glass doors here with the shelves around the oversized window in the kitchen facing out back. So off the kitchen, you do have this room. Currently, the owner is using it as an office, but you could potentially use it as a first floor bedroom if you need that first floor bedroom or extra bedroom. You could also use it as a pantry as well. The window is facing off the porch, wraparound porch actually, and we'll show you that later in the video. Off the kitchen is the dining room area, and you do have this lovely wood flooring, and these windows do face out back, and there's also a patio with a stone fireplace out there that I'll show you when we get outside. I'm pretty excited to show you guys outside. There's outbuildings, everything's immaculate. This door here goes out into a porch with windows and screens. So if you wanted to sit out here as opposed to on the wraparound porch, you could sit out here. So off the dining room area, we are in this oversized living room. It's about 24 by 14. And you do have the option to add another heat source. There is a gas line in the basement that you could feed up through the floor and add that if you would like. It's all set to go. And this window, I love the windows. They're oversized windows. You don't see that as often. And this faces out on the wraparound porch, all these windows do, and facing out in front of the home. Off the living room, you do have this area. So we've actually done a loop. We've gone from the kitchen to the dining room, to the living room, to the stairs that lead upstairs. The kitchen is over there. And you do have the first floor full bathroom here. So you do have your tub and lots of storage in here, and you also have a full bathroom upstairs as well. If you are confused about the layout of this property, if it helps, we will include the Matterport tour in the description below. Now that we've covered the first floor, I'm going to take you upstairs, and I want to point out this banister. It is all cathedral ceiling here, and this is maple along with the flooring. And we're going to go ahead and look at the 4 bedrooms upstairs. So we are going to start off in the master bedroom. It's roughly 22 by 14, so it's very spacious. Again, you do have the wood flooring up here. It's nice and bright and sunny, and you do have his and hers closet. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. So you have the shelf and plenty of space to store stuff underneath. So this is the second bedroom upstairs, and this is roughly 13 by 11. It does have a closet. She has a queen size bed here now, but you could potentially put a king size bed in here. We are now in the full bathroom on the second floor, and it's a very spacious bathroom. It's about 11 by 9, and you do have the whirlpool tub with the glass doors. And one thing that I love about this bathroom, it's not only spacious, but you do have lots of storage. You do have the storage over here and around the vanity. So this is the third bedroom upstairs. It's roughly 15 by 12, and you also have a closet in here. There's a closet in all 4 bedrooms. And again, she does have a, looks like a queen size bed, but you could put a king size in here. And we'll go ahead and show you the 4th bedroom. Before we go in the 4th bedroom, I do want to point out that you do have these 2 double closets here. So there's plenty of storage through here for linens, blankets, whatever you choose to store. And another thing that I wanted to point out is the flooring up here is maple. So the going up the stairs is not maple, it's the flooring up here. So I just want to make that correction. So we are now in the 4th bedroom. This is an oversized bedroom. It's roughly 38 by 13. It does have a walk-in closet, and the current owner is using it as a craft room. However, you could use it as that 4th bedroom. You could use it, you could even turn it into a mother-in-law apartment if you would like. There's plenty of storage. You have all these cabinets. You have the tall cabinets here. These cabinets are going all the way down the length of this wall to here. And then you also have the cabinets on the other side of the room as well. And this room is above the garage. This room also has a heat pump, and believe it or not, this heat pump will cool off the entire upstairs. And it's about 6 years old, and there's a 10-year warranty, and the seller has cleaned it every 2 years. So we completed the tour of the first floor and the second floor. We're now down in the basement. This is a very clean basement. And one thing that I do want to mention is the house is hardwired for smoke detectors, and those are all installed, of course. And you do have your washer and dryer down here in the basement. And you do have hot water baseboard here for heat. So that was installed when the home was built. You also have the hot water baseboard down here as well. The chimney does have 2 flues, so if you wanted to add another source of heat down here, there is that second flue. The chimney is, both of them are lined. One thing that I do want to point out is the water lines are all marked, so if there's ever an emergency and you need to shut off a valve, this takes the guesswork out of it. So the electrical panel is here, and all the breakers inside the panel are well marked. While we're down here in the basement, we'll talk about the septic and the well here. So the septic is private. It is a 1,000-gallon concrete septic tank, and it does have a leach field, and the well is drilled by Lord's Drilling, and all of that was done when the home was built. You also have a generator that runs the entire house. Actually, if you wanted to add a hot tub and a pool, it would run that as well. We are now on the farmer's porch, and this is one of my favorite parts about this home. You do have the composite decking and the PVC material here, the railings, so it's all easy maintenance. You do have the recessed lights out here. And another thing that I want to point out is you do have the fiber cement siding. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that, but it is less maintenance. It kind of repels the rodents, and it is fire resistant as well. Follow me and I'll go ahead and show you guys the outdoor fireplace. Earlier, I did show you the porch area, the little sitting area. That's the door that leads into that area. So you do have that door to come out to the wraparound porch. And this is my second favorite spot. So you do have the composite decking, so easy to maintain. And you have this gazebo out here. She has her solar lights, and there's also a fan as well to keep those nasty bugs away. And my favorite thing about this area is, of course, the outdoor fireplace. So earlier I had mentioned that there's a whole house generator, and you can also add a hot tub and a pool if you would like. And the generator switch is on this pole outside, and the owner does own that pole. Does own the propane tanks as well. Back here, you do have what she calls the garden shed, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that. So this is the garden shed. You could turn it into a she shed if you would like, or a he shed. And another thing you could do if you do decide to put a pool up, you could make this the pool house. So we are now in the workshop, and this is roughly 24 by 19 feet, so it's a good size workshop. You do have hardwood floor in here. It is fully insulated. You have electricity out here. They have tons of the recessed lighting, so it's very, very bright. You do have your own circuit breakers out here and a propane stove. So a couple things I want to point out before we head down to the barn area. The roof on the main house was replaced in 2020, replaced with shingles. And also there is a security system here too that could be transferred over to the new owner. So let's go ahead and check out the barn. So behind me is what we call the barn, and I'm going to show you the oversized door. This section, it's about 34 by 35, and then we'll go ahead and show you the 3-bay section. So before entering the barn, you may have noticed that the outside has metal siding, and it also has a metal roof, so it's very low maintenance. And we're in the big part of the barn, and you do have this lift here. You have a heat pump. It is fully insulated, electricity out here, and not only do you have a heat pump for heat, you do have this propane heater up here in the corner, which they call a hot dog heater. And we'll go ahead and go upstairs and check out the living space up there. So this area is above the larger bay that we just came from, and you do have electricity up here. It is insulated. You do have these oversized windows facing out front. Right now the owner does use it as storage, but you could potentially turn it into a little apartment. You could turn it into an Airbnb. So we are now in the 3-bay section of the barn, and you do have a gravel area here as the floor. This section is not insulated, so it would be great for storing ATVs, snow sled trailers, any toys that you may have, your zero turn. This room is the last area of the barn, and it's a good sized room. It does have a door so you can close this off, and this section does have a concrete floor. It has electricity out here, so great for storage. There's definitely no shortage of storage in this home. Macwahoc Plantation, it's known for its lower taxes. So the yearly tax rate is $875 a year without the homestead exemption. So you heard that right, $875 a year. I have a feeling that I'll probably get tons of messages asking, is that right? Yes, it is. We are about 30 minutes away from Lincoln. Lincoln does have everything you basically need. Bangor International Airport, I would say, is about an hour and 20 minutes or so. You're about 5 hours from Boston. We are close to the river, and we're close to many streams to go trout fishing, so it is a great recreational area. Just to recap this lovely home, as you can see, it's very well maintained. The yearly taxes on this home is $875 roughly without the homestead exemption, and that is a year. So yes, you heard me right, $875 a year roughly for taxes. You have around 2,200 square feet. You have almost 14 acres here. A lot of it is open acreage. You do have the main house with a 3-bay garage. It was built in 2008. You do have the workshop that I showed you, the barn, and the garden shed as well. And you have that whole house generator. And the list price on this property is $749,999. If you'd like to see more videos of Maine, Maine. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. I know it was a long one, so for you who stuck it out till the end, thank you. If you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to me. And if you want to set up a showing, I'd be happy to show it to you.